All right, welcome to another podcast of Reviving the American Family. I'm Zach.
I'm April.
And today we are going to be talking about Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Again. All right, let's do it. So Venezuela, we already talked about it once, and we talked about the tankers.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to talk about the boats, but we're not talking about the fishing boats today.
No, we're not going to talk about the fishing boats. We're going to go a little further back just to kind of tell the story and get people up to speed of what's really going on and why Trump is so mean to them.
Yeah. So we're talking about the election. Election actually happened about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take it a little bit further back just to give a little bit more insight to those that are watching that the Venezuela was not a socialist country really until Chavez. Chavez came in 98. I was down in South America around that time-ish. And do you know what Venezuela was known for?
No, I don't know what Venezuela was known for. Why didn't you tell me?
Pretty ladies.
Okay.
But
I knew where that was going.
now they're known for starving people.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Wah, wah.
took a turn for the worse there.
Yeah. Typically what socialism does, you just get a lot of hungry people.
Yeah.
Because the governments tend to take everything.
In the words of Sanders, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Bread lines.
Waiting in line.
Bread lines.
For
It's
bread.
a good thing.
Yeah.
I do it pretty good.
You do it real good.
I do it.
A lot
It's a
better
good
than
thing.
me. I've tried. All right. So in 98, it was Chavez. Chavez passes away in 2013. Maduro takes it from there as the president. And then that takes us to July of 2024, another election. Now you take it.
Okay. So the election was held on July 28th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
The incumbent was, of course, Nicolás Maduro. The opponent or his opposition was Edmundo González Urrutia. Urrutia. Very, very nice name. I like that name. I don't know his politics, but I like his name. So on election night, the CNE declared that Maduro was the winner. Now, in some more insight on what the CNE is, that's the Maduro election. That's the Maduro government-run election committee. So asking them who won the election is kind of like asking a fox if the hens are all accounted for. They're probably not going to be super honest about the results.
Yeah, it'd be like going to Trump after election and saying, "Hey, did you win?"
Yeah.
And he would say yes.
Or Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Right.
Or Hillary Clinton. So the CNE...
She never won.
Yeah. So on election night, the CNE announces that Maduro won by 51%. Okay?
Yeah.
That's not a landslide. That's pretty split there. So some logistics of the polling stations of Venezuela, I'll kind of run those down. They're not too different than ours.
Okay.
In Venezuela, when someone votes, they fill out their ballot and then they put it into a machine, much like ours. That machine counts those votes that are put into that machine. At the end of the night, that machine does a printout, a receipt of how many votes that candidate got with the ballots that were put in that machine.
At the end of the night, it doesn't take 2 weeks like Georgia and Arizona does?
It's efficient.
Wow.
Amazing what machines can do. It's crazy how our election system, can't figure it out with machines.
Some states can, other states
A little rough.
they're having trouble.
It's going to take them 2 weeks.
But anyway, let's get back on track.
Back on track. So it does a printout. Now, each polling station will have several of these machines. So these machines do a receipt printout. They call these printouts actas. There are several copies that are supposed to be made from each machine, these actas. They are then given to the CNE, and then other copies are given to witnesses or party representatives from each party, from each candidate. So that's fine, good. That sounds, pretty legit. That's fine. It starts breaking down from there. So the CNE says Maduro wins by 51%. So Urrutia's team calls shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
So they say they do some digging themselves. They collect the actas from not all the polling stations, but they collect about 80% of the actas. They then publish their results online, and their findings show that Urrutia actually won by 69 or 70%. Now, by any country's definition, that's a landslide.
Yeah.
So,
well, it doesn't make very much sense that Maduro would win if you kind of look at the history here. I think since he's taken office, their citizens on average, adults have lost like 30 to 40 pounds.
that's horrible.
So unless you're voting for a diet plan,
Yeah.
you're not going to vote for that guy.
Yeah. I need to take vacation there. But anyway.
No, you don't. You're good.
Yeah. Thank you. You have to say that. All right. So Urrutia publishes these findings on a website. That doesn't fly very well with the Maduro administration. They put a warrant out for his arrest. They say that he he was accused him of conspiracy, fraudulent, forging documents, and usurping power after the election.
So they're going after their opponent, which is like a classic case of
classic socialist system.
Socialist. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going after the opponent. He has to hightail it out of there. He has to get out of there or he's going to get arrested. So he flees to Spain and he's been in exile since September because that's when they put out the election. That's when they put out the arrest warrant.
Spain.
So lots of other Latin countries are coming out in support of Urrutia. Urrutia has produced this accurate information. They have Urrutia has the Associated Press on his side, and then other reputable sources saying that he's produced legit information.
Okay.
That these actas are legit. Maduro could lay all this to rest by just releasing the ballots or the actas that are now in his custody. He won't do that. He says he can't because what did I say before? What's the problem? What's his problem?
Cyber attack.
Cyber attack.
Classic case of cyber attack.
He gets a cyber attack, the whole internet goes down, so he can't produce it. So I know I said last time in our last podcast about Venezuela that he burnt ballots. That was inaccurate information. I didn't know that at the time. As I dug into this more, I found out. So apparently it's all in the CNE's custody. All the ballots, all the actas, all of it. Now, he has been sanctioned by the UN. They've told him, do not destroy anything. Please produce it. They keep hounding him to produce it. He will not. He's not doing it because of cyber attacks and stuff.
Okay. So that takes us to it. So, we're hearing a lot more about this. Number one, we've got these fishing boats.
Fishing boats.
That keep on going from Venezuela to like Florida and different parts of the United States and Texas, and we keep blowing them up. And then we also have these tankers, and so we've got all this stuff going on. And I think the Trump administration is just trying to put light on, hey, this guy's a bad dude. He shouldn't even be in there in the first place. Right. We can't really do business with Venezuela right now. If we had a better president, in there, we would be able to. Venezuela has the largest reserves of oil and gas in the world.
Yeah. And if they're sending that to Iran for Hamas and terrorism, that causes a problem. Hezbollah.
Yeah. So we learned that that's what they're doing right now. So we have a problem with them, and it's a big problem, and it involves drugs and terrorists and
funding.
Yeah. So all this,
it's happening in our hemisphere. That's what's more concerning is it's happening in our hemisphere. And we've never experienced a war like a World War II or a World War I here on our soil.
It really just stayed over there.
We haven't had to deal with that. And that's been a blessing. You don't want to see war on your land. I mean, as you can see, it devastates your infrastructure. It devastates your population. And it's hard to come back from. So, we don't want that.
Yep. All right. Well, that was our second series here on Venezuela, and we will go over those fishing boats next time.
All right.
Thanks.